gotta be a better way. If you've got dietary restrictions, intolerances, or allergies, you might be wondering if you're getting all the nutrients that you need, especially when there are so many supplements promoted online. It can definitely feel overwhelming, right, Grace?
Yeah, I have a dairy intolerance and I'm also pescatarian, so it's difficult to figure out what to do to keep my nutrients.
If it helps to take some stress out of planning your meals or ensuring that you're meeting every single nutrient every single day, I actually think that supplements can be a really great way to fill in some nutritional gaps and enhance a sense of food freedom. But the supplement world is a bit of the Wild West. It's not well regulated, and as a result, there are tons of supplement companies out there making these lofty claims that are not substantiated by research. Not to mention, some of them can actually be dangerous if you don't actually need it. So I always recommend working with a doctor and a dietitian to figure out the right supplement protocol for you. So what are the key nutrients that you're more concerned about, and what are you doing about them?
I'm definitely concerned about getting enough iron, especially around PMS times.
Yep.
And then also getting enough protein so that I stay full throughout the day.
Tell me about your lactose intolerance.
I discovered it about a year ago. I have an inkling it's probably started before then, but I did realize moving into my late 20s that I was still getting a lot of breakouts and things like that, and also just digestive issues, inflammation, sort of that feeling. So I decided to cut out dairy, and I realized it made a huge difference in how I felt and how my skin looked.
Well, the good news is that, even with dietary restrictions, most people don't need to take a million pills to fill in the gaps in their diet. There are so many whole foods, plus a lot of really great innovative new food products that can help you meet your nutrient needs. So whether it's kind of fortified non-dairy milk, there's so many of them. Same with yogurts, which also are great and they're lactose free. But we really want to focus in on three main key nutrients in the diet. So protein, iron, and calcium. And so foods like beans and legumes, soy, and nuts and seeds are like a triple threat because they're gonna get you all three. So I love to look for things like edamame, tofu, tempeh, chickpeas, lentils, almonds. Those are some faves. How do those sound?
Great. I love Indian food and Thai food, so this seems like it would fit in with those.
We love that. And my other little quick tip is to try to incorporate a source of vitamin C with your plant-based iron or protein. A vegetable or fruit, it can increase the absorption dramatically. We also know that variety is the spice of life. So focusing on trying to switch up your different protein sources and vegetable sources throughout the day, throughout the week, is a great way to ensure that you're meeting all of your nutrient needs over time.
This is so helpful. I feel like this is making my dietary restrictions a little less limiting.
I love it. You might be wondering if you're getting all the nutrients you need without meat or animal products in your diet. The good news is it's more than possible to meet your nutrient needs from plants. First off, let's talk protein. Protein is made up of different amino acids, and while we need all of them, 9 of them are what we call essential, meaning we have to get them through our diet because our bodies can't make them on their own. Animal products like meat, dairy, and eggs have all 9 essential amino acids. Most plant products fall short by a few. So the best way to get all the essential amino acids in a plant-based diet is to diversify your meals. For example, when we consume a meal of rice and beans, we cover all 9. The same is true for hummus and pita or a peanut butter sandwich with whole grain bread. There are lots of plant-based partnerships that naturally taste great together. We used to think you had to carefully pair certain plant-based foods together to make sure you get all the amino acids in one meal. But we now know that you don't have to be as deliberate. So as long as you're getting a wide range of foods in your day, you're generally good to go. If you want to save that toast for later, you can eat that peanut butter right off the spoon. I don't judge. Now, there are also a few unicorn plants that are complete proteins all on their own. So things like soy, quinoa, and buckwheat. We love to sneak some of those in whenever we can. Oh man, I could totally go for some soba noodles right now. Anyway, now for the key minerals of interest. Iron serves a lot of important functions, but its main job is to carry oxygen through our body through our red blood cells. It's like a handlebar basket on your blood cell bike. Now there are two types of iron, heme, which is only in animal products, and non-heme, which you can get from plants. Now, animal-based heme is easier for your body to absorb. So if you're only getting your non-heme iron from plants, we wanna make sure that we're getting enough. So iron-rich plant-based foods include beans, peas, nuts, seeds, and cruciferous vegetables like Brussels sprouts and broccoli. A lot of these veggies are also high in vitamin C, so they're a great addition to a plant-based diet since vitamin C can help enhance non-heme iron absorption. Now, another mineral that most people get from meat is zinc. We need zinc for a properly functioning metabolism and immune system. Vegans and vegetarians can get it from seeds, nuts, legumes, whole grains, and soy products. Calcium is key for bone and teeth health. It also helps with muscle function, nerve signaling, and heart health. You probably learned in grade school that milk is a great source of calcium. But if you're vegan, lactose intolerant, or just off dairy for personal reasons, you can get a solid supply of calcium from seeds and nuts, legumes, soy products, fortified non-dairy milk, dark leafy greens like spinach, and those miraculous cruciferous vegetables. Studies tend to agree that most vegans don't get enough calcium. And while there is an argument out there that vegans don't need as much because they aren't digesting meat, there's not really any evidence to support that. In fact, research suggests that vegans who consume less than 525 milligrams of calcium per day have an increased risk of bone fractures. So to avoid that whole mess, don't forget your greens. We also need to talk about vitamin B12 and D, which can be really hard to get with a strict plant-based diet. And even though, yes, you get vitamin D from the sun, the risk-reward of sun exposure gets a bit sketch. So most folks who eat plant-based will want to supplement with those two. Same thing with omega-3, although if you're eating fish regularly, you might be getting plenty. Whew, that is a lot of info. Cliff notes here, folks. Seeds and nuts, soy, legumes, and cruciferous veggies are your BFFs. Eat a wide variety of plant products to hit all the nutrients you need, and check in with your doctor on what might be needed to be supplemented based on your own personal levels. That'll do. All right, it's time to put Grace's knowledge to the test. At the sound of the buzzer, she's gonna have 15 seconds to pull 3 ingredients that are rich in the nutrients that can help to support a balanced plant-based diet. We're focusing on protein, calcium, and iron. Ready?
Yes.
Let's go! What's she gonna go for first? Ooh, almonds. We've got some protein in there and some calcium. Oh, some beans. Yeah, beans are basically a triple threat. We've got protein, iron, and a bit of calcium as well. One more. Oh, quinoa. A little bit of protein and some iron as well. That looks like a pretty delicious meal. And since we're looking at plant-based non-heme iron, a great little tip is to add a little bit of vitamin C, like some citrus, to help increase the absorption. Great job, Grace.
Thank you, that was so much fun.
I'm Abbey Sharp, signing off. Keep crushing that hunger.